Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with a breaking news alert. West Fargo police shut down a street in South Fargo while searching through a pickup. About 5 squad cars, including an unmarked SUV, were parked with their lights flashing between 32nd Avenue South and 51st Street South near Eventide. One lane on 51st Street South was closed as officers searched a silver GMC pickup. An officer was then seen inside the vehicle before driving it a few feet away from the intersection. Police said this is an active situation and they wouldn't comment. There's no word if someone was arrested. Stay with us here at Valley News Live as we get more information on this story. Taking that live look outside on this Monday afternoon right now. You can't see it just by looking at our sky cam, but you feel it when you head out there. It's almost like you're swimming through the air a little bit on this afternoon. For what we can expect for the rest of our day, let's head on over to First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Nathan Hopper.
Yeah, Jordan, it is a humid one out there, and we're starting to see that sunshine work in after those earlier showers this morning, and that earlier showers coupled with that sunshine will team up to make a hot and humid day across the valley today. Our valley sky cam showing a bit of that blue, still a few lingering clouds there on the horizon, but we're seeing the sunshine begin to work its way in here at noontime here on our Monday. You can see on satellite and radar that we're seeing plenty of that sunshine through most of the valley. We are seeing some of those clouds hanging on toward the south and off into our Minnesota neighborhood. So where these clouds are hanging on, we do expect those temperatures in the afternoon to be a little bit cooler because it will, of course, limit the sunshine's ability to warm up, of course, the surface of the earth. Temperatures, though, have already moved into those 70s and 80s. We're seeing 83 already in Jamestown, 79 already Aberdeen, 81 in Fargo, 80 Grand Forks. Even our friends in Thief River Falls and Roseau seeing those low 80s as well. So with the heat humidity, a heat advisory is going for our extreme western neighborhoods. It will be hot, it'll be humid. Heat indices upwards of 104, 105 degrees will be possible in those pink shaded counties through this evening. So dangerous heat expected out there. But of course, Jordan will talk about how long the heat sticks around and get people set up for the rest of the business week coming up in a couple minutes.
A lot to watch out for. Thank you, Nathan. A family in Becker County is grieving the loss of a 3-year-old boy and hoping for a fast recovery for people involved in a crash over the weekend. 3-year-old Hank Engel of Frazee died during that crash. It happened Saturday afternoon in Evergreen Township. 34-year-old Christopher Engel of Frazee was driving a pickup on a county road when it hit an SUV and then rolled in a ditch. 2 people in his pickup were airlifted to Fargo. 2 others were taken to the Detroit Lakes Hospital. There's no word on their condition at this time. A GoFundMe has been set up to pay for funeral expenses and medical bills. Now you can find that on the VNL News app. At least 1 person is hurt after a car crash near the I-29 I-94 tri-level. It happened just before 2 a.m. on northbound I-29, just north of 94. Emergency crews shut down a part of that highway to clean up the crash. There's no word on the extent of the victim's injuries or what led up to it. 2 people are hurt in a rollover in Grant County. Minnesota State Troopers got the call just before 1 this morning about a crash on I-94 near Ashby. They say the driver of the pickup lost control of the vehicle, which then rolled several times in the median on that highway. Brooke Olson of Barnesville and her passenger Dustin Olson of Sabin were not seriously hurt. The state of North Dakota is reporting 47 more COVID-19 cases, bringing the active cases to 297. 26 of those new cases are in Cass County. 25 people are currently in the hospital with the virus. The death toll remains at 79. 3,163 people are listed as recovered. The state of Minnesota is reporting 315 new COVID-19 cases, along with 10 more deaths in the state. Officials say that brings the death toll to 1,435. Of those deaths, 1,129 happened in a nursing home or long-term care facility. 278 people are in the hospital with the virus. 140 of them are in the ICU. 31,225 Minnesotans are listed as recovered. Starbucks is now joining a growing list of companies that plan to suspend some of their social media advertising because of online hate speech. Facebook and its co-founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is one of the main targets of the company's effort. Civil rights organizations have called for an ad boycott of Facebook, saying it doesn't do enough to stop racist and violent content. Jerica Duncan looks at what Starbucks and other businesses are hoping to accomplish.
With a commanding 40% share of the American coffee shop market and the deep pockets to flood Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with millions in promotion, Starbucks says it's forcefully hitting the pause button on paid advertising across its social media platforms. In a statement, Starbucks announced its intention to stand against online hate speech, saying in part both business leaders and policymakers need to come together to effect real change. The boycott follows similar pledges from other Fortune 500 brands like Coca-Cola and Unilever. Starbucks did not mention the Stop Hate for Profit campaign, which calls on big brands to pull ad spending from Facebook.
It is time, once and for all, for Mark Zuckerberg and for Facebook to stand up and to take a stand against hate.
Jonathan Greenblatt is the CEO and National Director of the Anti-Defamation League, one of the organizations behind Stop Hate for Profit.
What are you hoping this campaign will actually achieve?
It's long overdue for Facebook to put a real civil rights infrastructure together at the highest levels of the corporation to make sure these issues get the attention that they need.
If we determine the content may lead to violence or deprive people of their right to vote, we're going to take that content down, no matter who says it.
Facebook announced new guidelines this past Friday after the company's share price tumbled more than 8%, slashing $56 billion from its value.
The biggest brands in the world are saying they are no longer willing to subsidize stereotypes. They want to stop hate for profit.
In a statement to CBS News, Facebook says it invests billions of dollars every year to improve its policies and that it will continue to work with experts to fight against hate speech. As for that social media pause, Starbucks says it does not include YouTube, as Starbucks sees it as a video platform that does not engage with its customers the same way Facebook does. In our consumer alert this afternoon, American Airlines will resume full flights starting on July 1st. The announcement comes as the airline also touted enhanced cleaning protocols. The airline is the first to seek the Global Biorisk Advisory Council's STAR accreditation for its aircraft and lounges. Starting tomorrow, customers will be asked during the check-in process to certify that they are free of COVID-19 symptoms. The airline will continue to notify passengers when their planes are full and allow them to switch to less crowded flights at no extra cost through the end of September. Kids of all ages in our community need help now more than ever before. With the Golden Drive Homeless Kids, you can help them. 100% of your donations will go straight back to the FM area. Now you can donate things like hygiene items, baby supplies, and non-perishable food items to the West Fargo Fire Department tomorrow until July 16th. And again, all those proceeds help out children right in our area. Coming up here at noon, COVID-19 seems to be hitting different parts of the world and even different groups of people harder than others. But why is that? We take a look at what preliminary research is showing us. But next, it's the hot one out there. Some people even under heat advisory warnings. Plus, we got storms on the horizon. Nathan Hopper explains it all for us right after this.